Bro,
Yeah, bro.
you know why, as I'm looking at you, Arsenal fans and their pride.
Wetin concern pride? We are the pride of
I
London.
know the only pride of London. See the
Yes,
way you are
now.
dressed.
Pride of London,
Like
now.
say like your papa gets street.
It's a good day to be an Arsenal fan.
Yes, obviously. Great performance from Brighton, although the first half of the game ended in a draw.
Yeah.
0-0. I thought Brighton were going to do it just like Aston Villa did. But unfortunately, Arsenal had the day. So can I get your thoughts on that matchup?
Yeah, why are you sounding as if you are sad?
Am I supposed to be happy for Arsenal?
Yeah, sorry. But anyways, it was a good game from both sides. I think both coaches had their game plan coming into this game, and we know for a fact that currently this season Brighton hasn't been up to a good start, definitely, and we thought they were going to give, though it was a tight game actually, but ranging from last season and previous, we as Arsenal fans, we thought it was going to be a different ball game entirely. Even when Arsenal was at their best last season, Brighton came up like super hard and super hot and came in with more intense physical fluidity and all of that in their game. But today's game was just a bit of both sides, but Arsenal dominating the game in general. We saw a good game from always coming back to back in each and every game for Arsenal. Declan Rice being top notch, and we can't talk about Arsenal without talking about our Captain Odegaard, Captain Fantastic, and he has been doing exceptionally well. We can't talk about Arsenal without talking about our defense. It's the pairing of Gabriel and our Rolls Royce defender Saliba is something that we cannot talk about, that we cannot skip while talking about Arsenal defense. And a good game from all the lads entirely. Nice game from Saka, having more 1v1 with his marker Milner and having a run at him. Good game. I felt like what really happened to Brighton is the fact that they couldn't get hold of their ball and make a sweet movement like they normally do. Arsenal cutting across their games, trying to make some nice and wonderful interceptions, stopping them from getting to that point where their fluidity is just top notch. And I feel like it's a good one from both sides. Good goal from Gabriel Jesus, the first goal, and also we can't talk about our boy Kai. He's been doing exceptionally well these days. From previous match, I think from the Newcastle game, even though we lost, I think that was the game that Kai Havertz started.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's when he started hitting the ground running and giving us his best, coming into every game and being more physical. I feel that is what Arsenal fans were actually looking for. Kai Havertz being more physical, and he's doing it back to back up until this time. So it's a good game for the lads.
Right. So now that Arsenal has solidified these their great performances in the Premier League, now that this has taken place, what do you feel they need to do to maintain this solidification, if I may say?
Like our coach will say, it's a process, definitely. And people might say, hey, you guys have been saying it's a process, but for a fact, it's indeed a process. These guys are very young coming into this one. I think the oldest player in Arsenal shouldn't be more than 26 or 27, if I'm not mistaken. And the young lads coming into this game, coming to this season, with new guys coming into the squad. So there has to be some kind of connection in terms of how the style of play and what the coach wants to achieve. And one player that has done exceptionally well right from the first game is Declan Rice, and we see him game to game coming in and giving us top-notch performance. And currently Kai Havertz has been picking up in his game too and scoring goals, assisting. So we can't ignore the fact that Arsenal is a team that is growing, even though they are not giving us the Arsenal of last season in terms of how they attack and how they press in their high pressing game. But we can tell that our defense currently this season is one to reckon with. So I always when I talk to people, I be like, if Arsenal can have their high press game from last season with their defense from this season, is going to be top notch. So what they have to do currently is just to keep their heads in the game, go beat by beat in every game as it comes. If they lose, just keep the mentality going that, okay, you lose some, you win some, you draw some, but in general, just give your best. If your team is playing exceptionally well and you lose a game, you'll be like, okay, they did well, but the goal is not just coming, or this other side was just better. And just like we saw today, Arsenal was the better side. Not like Brighton didn't play their best or whatever, but Arsenal was the better side. So the boys just have to keep their heads in the game. probably come January transfer, 1 or 2 signing, and our players are on injury, comes back. We know Partey is coming back, but definitely January is going to go for AFCON. So we pray he doesn't come back with injury. Yeah, definitely. So Timber coming back into the squad and Tomiyasu being back in the squad, probably get 1 or 2 attacker and probably a midfielder to just solidify the team in general. Then I feel Arsenal is going to take the league back home to London.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for your time, and I hope to hear from you some other time.
Yeah, definitely.